Hey guys, this is Fuller. We're back for part 2 of the Blood Mage hero. These are all the new ideas and balance tweaks you posted in the comments and emailed me as well. So we got some even more powerful blood spells, dipping into dark Fel Magic, a bit of thievery, and of course good old fashioned burn. This will be the next hero in the mod, coming very shortly. Let's get into it, here we go. Kicking it off, we got some new minions. Firstly, the magical arcane box. For 3 mana, it's 0/4 with ethereal and spell damage +2. So being ethereal, remember it can't be attacked, but it takes double damage if it's hit by spells, minion effects, or even just pinged by a hero power. 3 mana felt just about right. You can drop down 2 of these together in one turn for a big spell damage burn turn. Malygos costs 9 and gives spell damage +5. So similar to Summoning Portal, it can get a lot of value eventually, but it will probably be killed. This one got emailed to me. It is Belshir's Spell Thief. For 6 mana, it's 5/5 with add a copy of the last spell your opponent played to your hand. So ideally you'd play this just after your opponent has played a good spell, like say a Fireball. Since it doesn't draw a card from your deck, it also can't deck you out. Similar to Ancient of Lore, not as versatile but pretty conditional to be effective. On to a new secret. I realised we needed some cheap removal options, so we have Retaliate. For 1 mana, when a character attacks your hero, deal its attack in damage to itself. Your opponent can play around this, and really bad if say a druid attacks into you to bait it, but with some timing and perhaps a little luck you can take out something big. I also redid Lava Shield. It's simplified to just when your hero takes damage, gain 5 armor, a slight nerf from 6 armor, but much more reasonable and easy to understand now. This was suggested in the comments, a rewording of Smolder. I renamed it and gave it better art as well. It is Scorch. For 2 mana, deal 1 damage to a character twice. Remember, it combos with the spell damage theme of the hero, potentially gaining a massive boost. With Malygos for example, that would be 12 damage for 2 mana. I love this one. It was emailed in. It is Arcane Disruption. For 3 mana, make all minions ethereal this turn and deal 1 damage to all minions. Essentially a 3 mana, 2 damage to all minions, but also lets you chain on other spell damage for double damage afterwards. Just have to be careful as it can kill your own minions. I also remade Bombard. This felt more suited and opened up options. It is Blood Funnel. For 2 mana, deal 1 damage and restore health to your hero equal to the damage dealt. So rather than punishing yourself for having spell damage, you actually gain potentially a huge bonus. The more damage you dealt, the more health you'll gain. It starts off small, but with some spell damage, it can reap a lot of value. This one's my favourite and I think would be the core of many Blood Mage decks. It is Fel Corruption. For 0 mana, refill 3 empty mana crystals and deal 2 damage to your hero. You can't ramp up with this like Innovate as it can only refill, but you can drop down a lot of little things in one turn. Also, it's not something you can play on your first turn as it needs to be at least about turn 3 before you can play this. I made a dragon one fitting the whole Blackrock theme. It is Ruby Dragon. For 4 mana, it's 1/5 with whenever mana is used, gain +1 attack. It's not actually per mana crystal used, just when as a whole some are used. So every 1 mana or more card used and hero powers as well. So like Frothing Berserker, it can get pretty big fast and doesn't actually require other minions down, just for you or your opponent to cast things. Last one now, we had to have at least 1 new legendary, come on. Here it is, Time Weaver Belmari. For 7 mana, he's 5/6 with, at the end of your turn, add a copy of each spell you played this turn to your hand. He's probably a little bit OP, might need some toning down, especially on the stats. Very similar to Antonidas, but you need to wait a turn, and it's difficult to play a whole bunch of spells and him all in one go. Of course, Fel Corruption lets you regain mana to do some pretty sick combos and big plays. That's it for the Blood Mage update. You can still send in more ideas. It's your last chance now to send in more 5/6 mana legendaries. We've got Lord Marigar, Kargarth Bladefist, and a few others. I'll let you choose the next update. Which hero do you want first? The Worgen or the Lich hero? Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.